presenter before we take a break, and then before we head on to the Meet the Primes portion, we have Ailsa Kellam with the new exciting program, the Small Business Development Program. So Ailsa, take it away whenever you're ready.
Great, thanks, Omar. My name is Ailsa Kellam, and I am the Small Business Development Program Manager. I'm joined by Christine Thompson, who works with me in ODOT's Office of Equity and Civil Rights. We have a lot to share in 15 minutes, and so like the other presenters have been saying, just go ahead and drop your questions in chat, and we will get back to you afterward. The Small Business Development Program is a new program. You've heard about two well-established programs already, the DBE program, the ESB program. This is a new program, and it stands up ORS 184.906. This is legislation that was passed in 2023, and it establishes the Small Business Development Program to aid qualified small businesses in competing for public improvement contracts. It is, like the ESB program, a race and gender neutral program, and the goal of this program is to build capacity and increase competition by designating public improvements that are suitable for small firms to undertake as prime. And so the contracts are prime contracts. We gained approval on this program from Federal Highways in 2024. The rules for implementation were approved by the OTC in December. And so we're making good progress on actually making this program available to you. When fully implemented, this program will award up to $25 million annually in construction prime contracts. These will be federal and state-funded public improvement projects. And the projects will come from the STIP, the Statewide Transportation Improvement Program. There's no limit on the number of projects that we can undertake with this program. There's no limit on the project size or the number of firms that can participate in this program. Some of the benefits to Oregon through this program: by awarding up to $25 million annually in prime contracts to qualified small businesses, we will increase the ability, experience, and number of construction contractors doing business with ODOT. And a broader, more experienced contractor pool will lead to more competition. And so we really do want to increase success rates for historically underutilized small businesses. I referred to the ESB program before, and Catherine just covered it very well. Sometimes it's helpful to just have a visual, even when you've already had it covered really nicely by Catherine, just to give you an idea of a side-by-side. And this is also available on our website. So the funding source for ESB is state. On this SBDP, as we say around here, is federal and state. The funding is up to $10 million per biennium for ESB and $25 million annually for SBDP. Contract size on ESB, $250,000, and the project types are varied with ESB: maintenance, facilities, highway construction. And the way to qualify is with ESB. On the Small Business Development Program size, the contract maximum will be $2.5 million, and they are highway construction public improvements specifically. There are different ways to qualify, and I'm going to go over that in more detail in just a minute, but COBID is one way to qualify. And you heard about COBID first thing in this Doing Business with ODOT session. Another way is to register for a small business administration with the Small Business Administration and to qualify for one of their contracting programs. We also do, for this new program, have the self-qualification route. As far as projects, I look forward to bringing to this next, to the next Doing Business with ODOT list of projects that we have. We're getting very close on two projects that will be bidding in 2025, and so I cannot share with you what those are quite yet, but I am excited to be able to do so. Like I said, they are state and federal funded. The project size is up to 2.5 million. They are single function, simple project work type, so requiring minimal specialized expertise. And we really look forward to having projects in all regions around the state. Initially, those projects will probably be in Region 1 and Region 2. But again, we are getting very close to being able to announce a couple projects. And so before I mentioned two paths to qualifying. And so one is with certification or the SBA registration. The other one is that self-qualification, and that's really unique to this program. So certification is not required for the Small Business Development Program. And that was even in the legislation that there needed to be qualifying. And so our goal really is to build a pool of qualified firms so that we can see what types of firms we have in our qualified pool for this program, and then procure projects that match those work types. And so I'm going to show you here the self-qualification. I will say that we do already have 4 firms qualified, and I see Barian is here, and one of the first to qualify for this program, which is very exciting. And most of our firms so far have qualified through COVID. I also want to share that you can self-qualify. These are the requirements if you're going to self-qualify your firm. So this includes the following criteria, and you would need to meet all of these criteria to self-qualify. The business is for profit, in the construction industry, independently owned and operated, not a subsidiary of another business, registered with the Secretary of State, under 500 employees, and the gross receipts of the business cannot exceed an average of 45 million annually over the past 2 years. So there are 2 steps to apply, and I will say that the first one is very important, and you heard early today from Betty Fears, who covered how to pre-qualify as a prime. And that is that first important step that you take before applying for the Small Business Development Program. And we do provide a link on the website. If you go ahead and scan this QR code, it will take you to the Small Business Development Program website. And then once you pre-qualify as a prime, you can go ahead and complete the application to apply to the Small Business Development Program. The application for this program only takes 5 minutes maximum, but the pre-qualification is the important step before you get to that point. So thank you for your time. Again, my name is Ailsa Kellam, and we'll just go ahead and put some information in the chat on how you can reach me if you have other questions. Thank you, Omar.